What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about when we will see Gotham Knights again. So this is a question I've been asking myself, talking to myself since they did the tweet. And I said this in a video, I think that day, whether it was the Gotham Knights video or something else, and I kind of like laugh at it to myself, where it's like I have to respect the guts that they have and just the non-caring attitude where they just kind of come out, they tweet it. You know, they have a nice little phrase that's like Gotham Knights-y, but really, I mean, the point of the tweet is, hey guys, we're alive. Game comes out October 25th. All right, see ya. And like, they didn't do anything. And when I made the video, right, I made the video talking about the release date, and I made it like 40 minutes after they announced it, and I honestly was kind of expecting or thinking that maybe I missed something, or maybe like an hour or two later, there'd be some sort of video, or they would have done like a talk with IGN, like the developers would have said something, but like the whole day came and went, and they literally just put out a tweet. So again, like, while I find that, obviously there is one aspect of it where it's like, how could you have not done any sort of visual showing, besides, I guess, the picture, for Gotham Knights? Like, you couldn't have shown a gameplay. You couldn't have done literally anything. Like, you literally just did the date and left. I also just, again, like, kind of laugh, and it's like, I actually very much respect that they truly could care less. And they're like, nope, here's the release date, and, were you expecting other things? Well, no, you're not going to get other things. And that's where we are now. So I guess the question is, well, all right, well, where's the other stuff, right? That's what everybody's kind of saying. Now, I mentioned it, I would say, in that video, but I want to kind of expand on it and make this video, that's the central topic here. I do think we may have to wait, just to be flat out honest. I do think we may have to wait a little bit longer. Now, of course, my normal motto, or my normal sayings I say in these videos, of course I want to be wrong. Of course, I don't really care if I am wrong. And if we see the game next week, if we see it in April, like, phenomenal. But I do think we have to wait a little bit until we get the next kind of wave for this game. Now, I said in that video that I think maybe even like an early summer thing, like you start in June, and then you just have kind of a 3-4 month stretch where we get information kind of sporadically, but it's still general, like it has like a rhyme and a reason to do it in that stretch, whereas, doing it right now, maybe they just don't want to. I know I saw some people bring up, maybe it's Lego Star Wars, and to be honest, there is a part of me that would say, no, I don't really think Lego Star Wars affects anything. But the other part of me says, well, again, like, it didn't really make any sense for them to do what they did do. So why not? Why not? Why would you discredit? Maybe Lego Star Wars does have something to do with it. You know what I mean? So I would not put that, I would not say that's a stupid point whatsoever. It could very well be likely that they're doing, but, well, it's tough, because I just thought, well, what about Hogwarts? What about anything else, right? So, like, why would you have to wait till Gotham Knights is done to show Hogwarts? Obviously, it doesn't play out perfectly, but maybe there's a part of them that says, well, let's do Lego Star Wars, and then second half of April or sometime in May, then we'll do Gotham Knights. I'm not saying that's the be-all, end-all. I'm not saying that is the reason. I'm saying that's a theory I've seen online, and I don't fully, buy into it, but I definitely don't think, like, you're super wrong or, like, you're dumb if you do believe in it. I actually think it has some pretty okay points overall. I really do think, though, sometime in the summer. By the way, that's just kind of a historical thing. You look at many, many games in the history of releasing, and normally you do have this, right? You'll have like a kind of a lead up to it, whether it's some games really go up right until the very end. Like, some games really don't start to show themselves until a month and a half, before the game releases. Some games go even further back. Some games, now when I said like it could be a sporadic thing, I'm not saying, by the way, if we see this game again for the first time in like June or July, I'm not saying we get weekly things. I'm saying, every so often, but in that stretch of time, we could see stuff. And again, games take different approaches to that. Some games actually would do weekly things, even like daily. I looked to, I believe, Ratchet and Clank, or actually Miles Morales. I was thinking Insomniac in general. Miles Morales is a really good example. Insomniac was like teasing it and showing things about that game somehow. They were showing things like every day for like a month and a half, 2 months before the game came out. And even before then, obviously, they would show a little stuff here and there. So it was insane what they were able to do. And that's not normal. We don't normally see that. You're not going to get like a new thing every single day, but it depends on who you are. Depends on what the developer is. So I'm just trying to, just kind of talking through, even in my own head for myself, when should I expect Gotham Knights to be shown? Because, obviously I'll be covering literally all of it. Anytime there's anything new about this game, I'll be making videos. So it's, this is not super scientific. This is not to be taken as gospel, but this is I think a fun discussion, and I think we're getting close. I mean, look, we are getting close. I know people were a little disappointed about October. Oh, October is so far away. I get it. But at the same time, do we not realize, okay, and again, I'm not picking at people, but do we not realize we got a freaking date? Like, for the people that say, oh, it's so far away, we have to wait so long, we have never had a release date for Gotham Knights before. We've had just 2 years of sitting here, twiddling our thumbs doing nothing, and then, now we get a date, and people are mad that it's far. No, I get it. I want to, trust me, I want to play the game in May or June versus October, right? I want to play the game as soon as possible, but it's kind of almost surreal that it happened, where it's like, I can't even believe that we got a release date, because it doesn't feel real. Honestly, it'll be the exact same thing for Hogwarts for me, that when they give the release date, when they say November 26th, when they say that, I may go a couple days where I don't even believe them, where it's like, no, I've kind of always assumed this game is just like an open window where it's just there is no release date and there never will be. So that's just a fun thing to throw in. But no, I'm kind of torn. I mean, obviously I wanted something in March, and and what's funny, I was gonna say, well, hopefully nobody says in the comments of this video or the video, it's like, well, you said, and I did say, you should line something up with the Batman. Well, I did say that, but the weird thing is they did. Like, they did. I was expecting a trailer with a release date at the end during the same kind of time period as the Batman to kind of ride off of each other. Well, they did do they did a release date, but they only did a tweet. So you could argue, did they really use the opportunity available to them to do did they do anything with it? No, they kind of didn't. So that's very funny to me, but I will be honest, I do think that puts like anything else out of the run. Like, I don't think we see this game at all in March, like not at all. So that's very funny to me, and I'm a sick, sadistic person, so that's maybe a little different to you guys. But no, I think there could be some validity in the Lego Star Wars stuff, so maybe April. But honestly, I would not be surprised if we have to wait till kind of a May, June kind of time period, and then we start to see it. And then every 2, 3, 4 weeks, every month, at least every month, for about a month or two, right, we see stuff. I'd imagine September and October are packed. Like, those are the 2 months that we are going to get a lot of stuff. There'll be interviews all over the place. Like, all of that stuff happens in those 2 months. But I would envision, and this is, again, it depends on the developer and even the publisher, I guess, right? August, July, maybe June. Those would be the months that we start to get things that kind of drip out. And then, again, it kind of then September, October is when everything comes out. So that's, in my opinion, that's the roadmap that's going to happen. That's kind of what I'm expecting. But, if they show a trailer tomorrow, that would be all. It doesn't really matter to me, right? Whenever something happens, I'll talk about it. I'll cover it. Hopefully you guys know that. I know that. And that's the way that it is. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you guys want to follow me anywhere else, all of my social media is in the description below, along with our Patreon and YouTube memberships. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.